Greetings one and all, welcome back to the channel, and today we are doing something new, something absolutely outside of my wheelhouse in its entirety. We're playing a very old game called Broken Sword. This one is Shadow of the Templars, the director's cut. This is a point and click puzzle solving game, many years old. It's got a huge cult following. This is not my thing at all, not in the slightest. I don't know much of this game. I've seen people play it. My wife in particular loves this game and the entire franchise. She is the one that gave me a copy of this and has dared me to play it. So I am probably going to make an absolute mess of this. I'm going to get frustrated, I'm going to get annoyed, and I'm probably going to swear quite a bit. But it's still going to be interesting to see if I can actually complete this game. I have tried 3 or 4 times in the past to play this game on PlayStation when it originally came out. I couldn't get on with it. So a fresh go, a fresh start. So let's jump right in and see how much of a mess I can make of this. So let's get on with it.
Paris, city of love, romance and dreams. So they say. I used to say it too, but ever since that day, the day of the murder, I've always associated my beloved Paris with death. I was at home having a bath when my editor called.
Collard, get your ass over to the Palais Royal now. You got an interview. With Pierre Carchon. Yes, the Pierre Carchon. No photos, so leave your gear at home. He asked for you personally. Don't ask me why. Anyhow, this could be big, so if he makes a pass, don't forget. Just smile, say yes, and keep taking notes.
So charming and so very apt. Pierre Carchon was a media king, a national hero, and one of the most infamous adulterers in Europe. He and his wife Imelda were just one step down from royalty. Whoa, I hate mimes, but unless you humor them, they don't go away. Here I was, the palace of the Media King and the Ice Queen. I pressed the doorbell and set in motion a chain of events which would change my life forever.
Yes? What is it?
Madame, my name is Nico Collard. I'm here to see Monsieur Carchon.
Come up, we're on the first floor.
Madame Carchon, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Yes, I'm sure.
The Ice Queen was certainly living up to her reputation. Will you be staying for the interview?
Mademoiselle, I know little of my husband's business affairs, and I care even less. I certainly have no intention of watching him pore over yet another pretty little journalist.
Pretty? You're too kind, madame.
Ah, the talented and very beautiful Mademoiselle Collard. Such a pleasure to meet you at last.
Monsieur Carchon, I am honored.
Oh, I'm sure you are.
Call me Pierre, please. But I do not flatter you idly. I was a friend of your father. He was a great man.
My father? He never mentioned.
He and I were very close. And then his death. So tragic. I must... Imelda, your damned cat's in my study again. Another Ming vase, I suppose. Excuse me for one moment, my dear girl.
You journalists are getting younger each year.
Perhaps it's the rest of the world getting older, madame. That was no cat. My God, what? Monsieur Carchon!
Moron, you fell for that?
He's dead. I must call the police. You'd better stay here. There was a man. It was the mime. Do you think he...
Well, I believe we can rule out suicide, don't you?
No wonder they called her the Ice Queen. She would have been top of my list of suspects if I hadn't seen the attacker myself. And if I hadn't come across a couple of murders just like this already. One of the most important men in Europe murdered. And here was I, Nico Coulard, alone at the scene of the crime. Should I wait for the cops? Or
No.
start my own investigation?
Yes.
It was a no-brainer.
Okay. Right then. Move the mouse pointer around the screen to discover areas of interest, which will be indicated by an animating blue circle. Okay. When the pointer passes over an object in which you can interact, it will change to an animating icon reflecting the available action. Press the left mouse button to perform that action. So the briefcase to open your inventory and display the objects that you are carrying, the diary to access the diary, duh, and the question mark to get puzzle hints and interface help. Okay. And the spanner icon to save and restore a game and adjust settings. These icons can be found in the lower section of the screen. Ah, excellent. So we can save wherever we want. Good to know. Right, so... Hello? What's that?
The bookcase was filled with obscure first editions.
Oh, thank you. That was illuminating. Ooh, ooh.
A bust of Pierre Carchon, humble servant of La France.
Ooh, cogs. Yeah, let's get our fingerprints on the body. Why not?
Mimes and guns don't usually go together, but I had an idea that this was no ordinary mime. I'd come across this murderer before and written about him. The costume killer, at least that's what I'd called him.
Where's the bullet hole?
Some people hate searching
Where's
corpses
the bullet
for
hole?
clues. Me, I'm okay with it. Reminds me of an old boyfriend.
Oh, hello. What's that?
Carchon had been shot.
No, you don't say. What gave it away? The hole, the blood, or the dead body lying on the floor and the sound of the gunshot that you already heard? So, it looks like a biscuit.
In his
Oh, no.
pocket, I found a ticket stamped Bateau de la Conciergerie. Taking the ticket meant I tampered with the evidence. There was no going back now.
Yes, you are now a suspect. Well done. So, to use an inventory item on a background object, click on that item and hold the mouse button. Or continue to hold the mouse button, drag the item over a hot spot, and release it when it highlights with a gold outline. We're going to do wipe the blood up with a ticket?
No.
Oh.
No.
But technically, could we put it back? No. Okay. There.
A small round piece of glass had been cut out of the pane. This was a professional job.
No, it wasn't. Anybody could use a glass cutter. Oh, hello. Can we open the doors?
Pierre Carchon again. His eyes seemed to follow me around the room.
Probably do. Can we open the door?
The
Oh, good
killer
lord.
must have used a ladder to reach the window. He was
Go on,
long
Nico.
gone.
Jump.
Guess he folded that ladder up, popped it in his pocket and took it with him.
Ah, jump. Go on, you know you want that. Oh. No fun. Okay, so we've got a ticket stub. Don't think there's anything else. Probably missed something. Let's see where this goes.
The police could turn up at any minute. Somewhere there were clues to the murder, and I needed to find them.
Oh, what's this?
I reckoned that cloth might just turn out to be useful.
Ooh, secret compartment.
Even my fingernail wouldn't fit into such a small hole. Imelda had talent, but I certainly wasn't going to tell her that. It was a tube of acrylic paint, French ultramarine. Just the colour I was after for my bathroom.
I'm sorry, I have to go. Someone is...
Young lady, what are you doing? Oh, this paint. It's my favourite colour.
For God's sake, keep the damn stuff.
Well, lady, you are such a delight. Can we go back?
A medieval pageant. Original, no doubt. The tapestry must have cost a fortune.
Oh, so I can make her move. That's good. So what's that?
The door was locked.
Go on, Nico, run. Run, woman.
There was no one I needed to phone. Not until I had solved this case. Excuse me, madame.
Yes?
I am so sorry for your loss, madame.
No, you're not. You're a journalist. Journalists don't feel sorry.
Not true.
We shall see.
How did your husband know my father?
I have no idea.
You didn't know him? Thierry Collard.
Pierre knew a lot of people I didn't know, most of them women.
Why would a mime want to kill your husband?
Pierre had plenty of enemies. Half the husbands in Paris for a start.
Why did your husband send for me? What did he want to discuss?
I have no idea. His business was his business.
He never told you anything.
No, and frankly I preferred it that way. This is quite a scoop for you. I suppose you're already inventing the headlines.
Just because I am a journalist.
Don't patronise me. You're all cut from the same cloth. Do you have any moral sense at all?
No, not really.
I certainly don't let it get in the way of a good story.
I admire your loyalty to your profession.
The police will be here soon, madame. Is there anybody you would like me to contact? Family, friends?
No, I have no family. Pierre and I were... He was all I had, really. Not much, was it? The dutiful wife. That was my role. He never talked, never let me in.
I know one thing, madame.
What?
If you want to find out who killed your husband, then you let me do the job, not the police.
Why? How do I know I can trust you?
Because you have no choice. The police will take weeks, in which time your own life may be in danger.
What?
Believe me, this killer has struck before, and he will strike again. Who is to know that you are not next on his list?
I don't know.
All I need is a few more minutes to look around before the police come.
I think perhaps you do have a moral sense. Of sorts. You're not a very good liar, Nico Collard. And I share your low opinion of the police. Here, take this. It's the key to the drawing room next to the library at the end of the hall. It was
Aha.
Pierre's room. I rarely went in there. I couldn't. I was too scared of what I might find.
Thank you. I promise you won't regret this. Madame Cachon,
Please call me Imelda. We hardly need the formalities now, do we?
So, her husband took secret boat trips. Did she really need to see the ticket?
Fun.
Thank you. You have your own reason for taking the cloth. Please keep it.
So, her husband took
Aw.
secret boat... I was sure that
Fine.
there was more to find.
Let's go and look in the drawing room. We need to use the key. There we go.
Now we were getting somewhere.
Ready. Picture.
The painting showed the Cachons together, in love. As the poet said, the past is a different country. Or did I read that in a fortune cookie? There was the very faintest of clicks. Behind the picture was a safe. The safe was locked. I needed the key.
Well, there's no getting around that. That's never going to open it. There's no to try though.
It was the wrong kind of key.
Of course it was. So, we need a key.
This wasn't the time for me to lie on the sofa doing my Marie Antoinette impression. Though it is very popular at parties, especially with gay guys. Don't ask me why.
Ooh, another door.
As expected, the desk was yet another priceless antique. Yawn. The blotter and in tray had clearly been placed with mathematical precision.
What's that?
I didn't need a sheet of blotting paper. Not while it was blank.
How do you know?
My heart skipped a beat. It was a carved elephant. But not just any carved elephant. It had been made by my father. I knew for certain because in my apartment I had its exact twin, carved into a box he had made. So Cachon had known my father. They really must have been friends. I decided to take the carved elephant. It clearly meant nothing to Imelda.
So you're a thief. Okay.
I didn't want to take the tray, but I knew that I could use it.
What for?
I didn't want to take the tray, but I knew that I could use it. No. No. It was the beautiful elephant my father had carved. Locked, not surprising, really.
We use that key.
It didn't work, but I guess it would have been surprising if it had.
Okay. What's the deal with the elephant? Oh, hello, what's that?
I didn't need the lights on. It was light enough already.
What's the tray for? We need the tray for something, clearly.
No.
Right, so we need the key to open the safe. That tray has something to do with it. Question is, what?
A magnificent antique table. A magnificent
look at it.
antique table. It wouldn't fit. It wouldn't fit. It wouldn't fit.
How do you know? Try, woman, try.
I thought of leaving, but was sure there was more to find.
Did you find anything useful?
This carving, do you know anything about it?
It was Pierre's. What does the statue have to do with...
Please, I need to know.
He was given it by a friend, something to do with Africa.
He never explained any more.
No, but I think it was important to him, always on display. Why?
It was carved by my father.
Oh, I see. I didn't know.
Just one thing. I know this is going to sound strange, but did your husband ever mention, did he ever talk to you about a penguin? Or a snowman?
What? I don't understand.
He never mentioned people dressed up as penguins.
Nico, I don't know what you're talking. My dear, you should go before the police arrive. There will be many awkward questions. I am grateful that you stayed. You've been so kind.
Please, call if there is anything I can do.
I'd misjudged her. She had every reason to be bitter, living with a guy like Carchon.
From the sound of it, no one and nothing was safe around him. Maybe I should have interrogated the cat after all.
So, we are leaving? Are we now? Can we? Are we done?
I thought of leaving, but was sure
No,
there
we're not
was
done.
more to...
So, more to find. So what are we missing? That tray has something to do with it, I'm sure of it.
A bust of Pierre Carchon. I decided against laying the cloth on the body. Made him look like a picnic table, and this was no picnic. Pierre Carchon was stiff for the last time. Carchon had been shot. Carchon had been shot. No.
Oh, no fun.
No. I didn't want to cut myself and leave blood on the glass. Call me old-fashioned, but I like to keep my DNA to myself. This was the work of the mime. Unless the cat was in on it too.
Might have been, you don't know.
The safe was locked. I needed the key. The safe looked pretty secure.
Where would you put a key? Well, in a drawer would be the most logical of places, but as far as I can tell, there is no drawer.
I didn't need a sheet of blotting paper. Not while it was blank. No. No. I didn't want to take the tray, but I knew that I could use it.
That's something.
The in-tray, like everything else in this place, was beautiful. One day I was going to have an in-tray like that, even if I had to sell my apartment to pay for it.
The in-tray, I get the real feeling that that has something to do with it.
It was a back door.
No. We know what you can do there. You're just going to open the damn... Yeah.
The safe looked pretty secure.
Where would you find a damn key? I mean, on him would probably be the most logical of options, but we've already searched him.
The sofa was antique. For one horrible moment, I had an image of a naked cochon wriggling around on it with a young journalist. Oh. A bust of Pierre Cochon.
Motion detected at your front door.
Alright, thank you for that. Books.
It contained rows of titles I didn't recognize. The killer must have used a ladder to reach the window.
Ah. Okay, well that didn't take long for me to get stuck, did it?
Imelda had talent, but I certainly wasn't going to tell her that.
Yeah, but I see it.
Imelda had, but
Yeah,
I
okay.
certainly was.
Yeah, alright, yeah, got it. Oh, wait a minute. What's that?
Even my fingernail wouldn't fit into such a small hole. There was a tiny hole in the tabletop. Part of the inlay had been chipped away. It wouldn't fit. A magnificent antique table. The tapestry must have cost a fortune.
Burn it. Curious. Okay, well, that's pretty much my time up. I'm trying not to keep these ones too long. This is really, really going to tax my brain. I'm going to struggle with this one. I really am. So this is where I will say thank you all for joining me. I'm not certain whether I hope you enjoyed it is the right sentiment for this, but I hope you enjoyed watching me stumble around lost and confused for the last 30 minutes. If you did, then hit that subscription button for me. That helps me out a great deal. Throw us a comment if you feel like it. Other than that, guys, I hope you have a far more interesting day than I've had for the last 30 minutes, and I will catch you all in the next one.